Good evening, good evening, good evening, YouTube, Facebook, everything, everybody, Instagram. If you don't know me, name is Henry Wolf, Big Wolf, Taxi Cab TV. I'm doing a video today on Africa. And what this message is for all Africans. And yes, I've never been to Africa. But I am an African. I'm called an African American, but I'm an African. I'm not native to America. My ancestors weren't native to America. We were brought to America. So my video today is, and I could even say Ghana, but it's for the whole continent of Africa. The reason I'm doing this video is because I feel that my African brothers and sisters need a wake-up call. They need, and I might get some criticism for this video, I feel that they've been taken advantage of, they've been pillaged, they've been raped, they've been pillaged, they've been beaten, they've been colonialized to the point to where you're on the richest continent on this earth and you're living in shambles. For instance, right now I'm watching a documentary and they are talking about Ghana and how the Chinese have come in and are doing illegal mines, mining gold. And also they have copper mines, and the Chinese have come in. They gave them a $3 billion investment for infrastructure, but yet the Chinese are selling their cobalt. They're selling billions of dollars worth of cobalt. So you give the Ghana $3 billion infrastructure check, but yet you're making billions of dollars off of cobalt and copper and every other metal that they can use and they could sell. So my plight is, I need my African brothers and sisters to wake up. I want you to wake up, and I want you to get rid of the Chinese people, the Europeans, the Dutch, the British, the whoever has colonialized your area, whoever has colonialized your city, whoever has colonialized your country, whether they are there illegally, whether they are there by law, whether they are there by themselves. Their only reason to be there is for greed. Greed to take the resources and the riches of Africa, of particularly Ghana, and exploit them. They're exploiting them for their own purpose. It's 10,000 Chinese per year coming into Ghana. They're taking jobs away from the Ghanaians. They're taking food away from the Ghanaians. They have their own grocery stores in Ghana. I need my Ghanaian people to wake up. I want you to understand that these people are taking jobs. These people are taking your income. These people are taking your wealth. These people are there to rape and pillage your country. They're taking what they can from your country, sending it back to China, sending it back to their families, and leaving you with nothing, leaving you with pennies, leaving with the CDs, 1 or 2 CDs. They're leaving you with pocket change, and they're becoming billionaires and millionaires and multi-billionaires off of the backs of the Ghanaians, off of the land that your ancestors had left for you, off of everything that your ancestors, your people, and everybody has left for you. I want you to wake up. I want this video to push you to wake up and extract them out of your country. Every Chinese person that's in Ghana today, by 2020, they need to be gone. You need to shut down the mines. It's millions of Ghanaians. It's millions of Africans. Why can't you come together and extract them out of your country? Tell them to leave. If they're paid off by the police and the police are helping them, you need to pay off the police and say, look, you're a Ghanaian. You work for us. We're here. We're coming together to not only put them out, because you have the common sense. You have the mindset. You have the knowledge to work. Because who's working the mines? You're working the mine. You're working the copper mines. You're working the cobalt. You're taking the cobalt. You're packaging that up, sending that off. You're processing gold. Come on, man. You have the ability. We need more farmers in Ghana. We need more business owners in Ghana. We need more tradesmen in Ghana, because you are the ones that going to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You need to take advantage of your gold and diamond and copper and cobalt mines. And you know the process because you're working in the factories. So why do you need the Chinese? Why do you need the British? Why do you need these foreigners to come and rape and pillage your country? You see what I'm saying? And I'm looking at this documentary, and the Chinese guy was like, oh, we brought guns over. How can you get guns in Ghana? You're not a Ghanaian citizen. He said, we brought guns over to protect us from the locals. So you mean to tell me you shooting and killing the local people? They have a right to be angry. They have a right to be upset. They have a right to want you out of their country because you're stealing from them. You're stealing jobs. You're stealing gold. You're stealing cobalt. You're stealing copper. You're stealing diamonds. You're stealing all the natural resources of that country. Wake up, Ghana. And the president, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should kick out China. Kick out every Chinese person that's in Ghana. And I don't have a thing against Chinese people per se. I have a thing against people taking advantage of Africa. People taking advantage of the motherland. People taking advantage of a struggling system. But Africa, wake up. Ghana, wake up. Congo, I just watched the documentary on Congo. Wake up. You have the largest river that can create the most hydroelectric power for the whole continent. One river in the Congo can create enough hydroelectricity and power for the whole continent. But yet you leave that resource. You leave it virgin. And yet, but there is a contract I don't know if it's the Belgium or whoever you give that contract to, Africa. You can do it. You can move yourself. You can motivate yourself. You can push yourself. So I do a lot of different things. So I saw that they have old Belgian ships and boats and steel. Take the steel into the cities and sell it as a big business that's just sitting there. There's metal buildings that are abandoned. Tear those buildings down and take the steel and recycle it. Sell that to China. Say, well, you want steel? We have a great salvage steel business, and we're selling you, and make them pay you up front. Say, if you want this steel, we'll pay you up front. And matter of fact, when you send us the money, you're going to pay us what you pay the Americans for scrap steel, for scrap metal. You see what I'm saying? You got to think. There's so many businesses. There's the scrap metal business that you can start from nothing. There's the hygiene business. There's the female hygiene business. There's the food business. Ghana, you need more farmers. You know what I'm saying? There's an opportunity for somebody who's very intuitive to start a farm, to start growing animals. You have vast natural forests. You have forests. You have vast lands that you can actually put some goats on and sell goats. You can put some sheep on it and sell sheep. You can put cows on it because the grass is constantly replenishing itself. You see what I'm saying? So in the rainy season in Ghana, you can put some goats, some cows, some chickens. You can put all that on a section of land. And you can feed those animals, and you can then store up some of the hay for the wintertime, if it even is wintertime, because I don't know, because I've never been. But I'm giving you some information. I'm giving you some game. I'm giving you some knowledge on what you can do to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Buy one goat and then buy another one. Make 2 goats, make 3, make 4, make 5. Before you know it, you're a goat farmer with millions of CDs in wealth. You know, billions of CDs of wealth. Why? Because you took what was there, and even if you don't own the land, lease the land. Say, look, I'll give you $1 a year per acre, or 10 CDs per year per acre, to let me allow my animals to eat your grass. Because if my animals eat your grass, then I become, self-sufficient, and then you're making money on the land, and then I can buy my land or continue to lease land, and as you grow, you lease more land, and now your business is growing. So now you have more money to put back into your community. You have more money to put back into education. You have more money to put into your family. So I want them to understand that you don't need the Chinese there, taking your resources, taking your money, taking your jobs. Get rid of them. Push them out. This is why Ghana does not need the Chinese. This is why Congo got rid of all of the Belgians. You see what I'm saying? They had to go because y'all are raping our country. Y'all are taking our natural resources. Y'all are doing too much. And you're not even from here. You know what I'm saying? These people come and they colonize us. They enslave us. You know what I'm saying? And then we take it. But we do not have to take it. We're fighters. We're brilliant. Think about the city of Kemet. We don't need them. All we have to do now, since it's a free market, is go to their countries and find out how they build and send our children to become architects, engineers, developers. Send them to find out, and we already know how to build houses. So why do we need them? Well, you can build. You don't have to live in a shack. You don't have to live in shambles. There's concrete businesses that can be started. There's scrap metal businesses that can be started. There's farms that can be started. There's coffee beans. Produce things that the world wants. The world wants coffee. The world wants corn. The world wants soybeans. The world wants think of things, tofu. Heck, you can make tofu and send it the soybean and send it to China. You don't have to let them be there to create and get all the wealth from the land and then send it back to China. Think about it, my Ghanaian brothers and sisters. Think about it, the Ghanaian brothers and sisters who are living in shambles, who are living in poverty. They're still laying around. Cut it up and take it to a refinery. Cut it up and take it to, if there's no refineries, there is a scrap metal dealer, I guarantee you, that you can take it to. I see there's gold dealers. Get the gold yourself. Invest in a piece of equipment where even if the equipment might be 200 CDs, borrow it and get that equipment and become more efficient in finding gold. And if you become more efficient, you make more money. If you make more money, you're able to help more people. You're able to pull your own people up out of the mud. You're able to buy more equipment. Then you're able to employ people because you're making enough money. My Ghanaian brothers and sisters, I want you to wake up. I'm coming to Ghana. I'm coming to Ghana to pull you out of the muck. I'm coming to Ghana to pull you out of the miry. I'm coming to Ghana to do something for you, to open your mind. I'm excited. I'm pumped because I'm an American, but I'm African, and I'm tired of seeing my people hurting. I'm tired of seeing my African brothers and sisters not understanding the wealth, the power. Hallelujah. Man, I feel so good. And I said hallelujah because it's a spiritual fight. It's spiritually motivated. We are spiritual people, Africans. We are spiritual people. We are spiritual people. The land helps us. We were given, the Africa is the Eden. You see what I'm saying? You think Africa is in shambles. Oh, excuse me. Africa is the Eden. It is the Garden of Eden. We have everything. We have the ability to produce fruit, vegetables, olives, animals, gold, diamonds, silver, copper. We have that ability. So push them out. I don't care if there's 1 million Ghanaians and it's 100,000 Chinese. Put them on the plane and tell them they have to go. And then you take control and then educate your children. Put them in school and feed them. You see what I'm saying? We need farmers that's willing to feed the people. We need the government. What the government, if you're not helping your Ghanaian citizens with social, you tell them what you need. We need farms. We need small businesses. We need small we need transportation, we need roads, we need light. There's so many things that the country of Ghana needs. And if you're not in a city, it's not there. But we need to start developing cities outside of cities. In the small towns, in the villages, we need to start developing those cities, those towns, those villages. And as the villages grow, guess what? Then the economy grows. And then that's where the money comes in. Because when you have prosperous villages, then you have prosperous cities, then you have prosperous states or larger colonies, not colonies, but larger cities of people. Then you can start to see progress. You see what I'm saying? Then you can start to see progress. So my message is for my African brothers and sisters. I need you to wake up. I want you to know that you're descendants of kings and queens. Kings ain't just in England. Kings ain't just from France. Kings aren't just from Germany. Man, we are descendants of kings and queens. Queen Candace, Nefertiti. You see what I'm saying? Think about all the kings and queens that come from Africa. I need Ghana. I need you to wake up. And you might say, well, darn, he's passionate. I'm passionate because I can see how I see the country in 50 years, 100 years being ran by a supreme government, the people, by the people. I can see the order. I can see the large cities. I can see the skyscrapers. I can see everything in order. And I'm not shouting, bashing the president. President, I want you to wake up. I want you to understand the power that you have in Ghana. I want you to understand the power that your continent, that your continent as well as your country has. I want you to understand the power that you have within your hands, how you can pull your people up, how you can expel those Chinese, how you can expel those people who aren't benefiting your country. Expel them and have those people that are already working in the mines teaching them. Let them teach each other what they were doing. Refine the process. If you got to bring in miners from, say, Brazil, America, miners who know that, hey, I'm just here to teach them. I'm not here to take over. I'm not here to bring my business. I'm not here to be I'm here to teach them a process and show them how they can make money and subsidize that for your people. Mr. President, subsidize that for your people. Think about it. If your people do better, you do better. If your people are successful, you are successful. If your people are growing, then you're growing. So let's not be greedy. Let's not be one-sidedness. Let's not keep our mind closed to what we can do as Africans, as Ghanaians. And I got videos that can go for every African country. But I'm right now just on Ghana because it pulls at my heart to see my African brothers and sisters, my Ghanaians, giving up their wealth, losing millions and billions of dollars. Put the roads in. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. We got what we need. We're the richest continent. Africa is the richest continent in the world. But yet we let these other foreigners come in to rape and pillage our country, to take what they can from our country and to push it back to their country. So wake up. Subscribe, like the video, subscribe to my channel, Big Wolf, Taxi Cab TV, Fit for Life, and we taking it to the next level with Motherland Africa and how we're going to empower our people and go to the next level and come together as a country, as a continent, as a continent and as a country, one by one. Peace out.